Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful crop top. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's super easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you wanted to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel, that you'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link of that video that you want to see in English. For this design, I'm going to use Isaac Mizrahi Craft Premier, 100 grams, 300 meters, 90% acrylic, 5% polyamide, and 5% metallic. Medium 4. The color is Velasco. It's like a navy blue with some metallic sparkle. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you don't have Isaac Mizrahi, you can use any medium 4 as long as it's not, like, if you've been crocheting or knitting a long time, you know when a yarn is nice and soft, and other one that are a little bit more thick, or they're, you know what I mean when when you touch the yarn, you know the softness when you touch. This one is nice and soft. The crochet hook is a 4.5 millimeter. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor and a measurement tape. At the beginning, you're gonna see me working with this Bernard Premium. Even that it's a premium yarn, I still find that was a little bit too coarse, that's the word, to do this design. So that's why I decided to change to the Isaac Mizrahi, because it's nice and soft. And just the two first row, you're gonna see me working with this one, but I will change to that one. The stitch that I'm gonna do is multiple of 6. So we're gonna work just one piece. And I'm gonna do 114 chains. So if you want this longer, you can add 6 stitches at a time. If you want this smaller, you can decrease 6 stitches at a time. And this will be 114 plus 7 to turn your work around. So I'm gonna do a nice and loose chain. If you work tight, I recommend to change to a 5mm crochet hook just to do the chain. That way it's nice and loose. So when I have my 114, I will meet you here. It's 114 plus 7. I have my 114, and this is going to be like this. This will be the shoulder part. For mine, this is plenty. So now I'm going to do 7 to turn my work around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yarn over. And you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, and 13. And in number 13 you're going to do a double crochet, and it will be like that. Now you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5, a double crochet. And like that's how you're going to do this first row, doing this rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6, a double crochet. And like that you're going to continue, and I will meet you here at the end of this first row. I have 19 of these spaces. Now you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around. You're going to do a yarn over. Now you're going to do 3 double crochet that you're not going to finish. So you're going to count 1 and 2, and then the third one, the one in the center, you're going to do 1 double crochet that you're not going to finish, yarn over. Your second double crochet that you don't want to finish, yarn over, and your third double crochet. Now you're going to close those 3 double crochet. You will have 4 loops. You're going to close those 4 loops, and you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over, and you're going to do a double crochet on top of that double crochet. I already have a poncho done with this beautiful stitch. I'm going to leave the link here. You're going to see an eye. You click on the eye, it will bring you to that tutorial, or at the end of the video I will leave the link as well. This one is done in one piece. The other one was done 2 separate pieces, 2 big separate pieces, a little bit different than this, but I like this stitch and it's perfect for this. So I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2, yarn over. You're going to count 1, 2, and the third one you're going to do again your 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You have 4 loops. You're going to close those 4 loops and chain 2, yarn over, and a double crochet on top of that double crochet, and like that's how you're going to do this second row. Again, 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one, 1 double crochet that you don't want to finish, yarn over, a second double crochet that you don't want to finish, yarn over, and the third double crochet that you don't want to finish. Now you're going to close all those 4 loops, chain 2, yarn over, and a double crochet, and like that you're going to continue until the end. I decided I'm going to change my yarn. This one is a little bit not as soft as I wanted for this project, so I'm gonna change to a different one that will have a sparkle as well, and then I will work exactly the same amount of chain, exactly the same amount of stitching, and I will work until the second row like this, and I will meet you here. But at the beginning probably you see that I already are giving you a different yarn to start with, because I'm gonna delete the one that I said to use this one for the other one. I will use this for a different project, maybe a hat or something. But for what I want it with more, you know, like more loose, more soft for this project. don't look the same. The other one looked more delicate, absolutely gorgeous with the white. But let me tell you, the texture difference is 100% total different from the other one, medium 4, and this one, medium 4. This one is very soft and squeezy, really nice for this project. I know don't look the same, but I like this blue as well. So I'm gonna continue working with my chain 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one double crochet that you don't gonna finish, another double crochet that you don't gonna finish, and the third one, and you're gonna close those 4 loops, chain 2, and a double crochet. I'm gonna continue like that, and I will show you how you're gonna end this row and start the next one. I'm gonna work on the last one. 1, 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one, the 3 double crochet. You're gonna close those 4 loops, chain 2, yarn over, 1, 2, and the third one, a double crochet. And like that you finish your second row, and we're gonna do the third one, that is the repetition of the first one. I'm gonna do these 2 row repetition in our piece. We're gonna start with a chain of 8. That will be 3 to go up as the double crochet and 5 of the separation. 1, 2, 3 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna turn your work around, yarn over, and you're gonna do a double crochet on top of this double crochet. Those double crochet stay exactly the same in the entire piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, double crochet on top of the double crochet, and like that you're gonna continue working in this third row. So I finished this third row, and when I did the double crochet, I went from the lower up, 1, 2, and then the third one I did the double crochet, and it's nice and straight. And now I'm going to chain 5. You always going to start, when you do this one, with a chain of 5, and when you do this repetition, with a chain of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to turn your work around. You're going to do a yarn over, and you're going to count 1, 2, and then the third one you're going to do again your 3 double crochet that you don't want to finish. That's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to close those 4 loops, and when you close those 4 loops, when you do this, tie this really tight, that way don't give you extra space, like a chain space. 1 and 2, yarn over, and a double crochet on top of the double crochet, and like that you're gonna continue working this row until the end. When I finish this row, I will show you how you're gonna finish, and then I will give you the explanation how you're gonna continue this part of the piece. I finished here the 4th row, and you're going to continue with these 2-row repetition. For example, now you will chain 8 and do a double crochet, chain 5 double crochet, chain 5 double crochet, and then in the way back you will chain 5, and then in the third chain you will do this stitch, and so on. You will do this repetition until you have around 46 centimeters. That depends the length that you want your sleeve is from you know, to the neck, where you're gonna separate the opening for the head, the collar, and then you will work on one side of the collar, then the other side, and then you put the 2 pieces together and continue with the other side like this one. Okay, so can be 46, can be to 50, can be less or more, depend the length that you want your sleeve. So I'm gonna work around 46 centimeters for mine, doing this 2-row repetition, and then I will meet you here to show you how you're gonna continue. This is what I've done so far, and I absolutely love this stitch. They look amazing. And remember, if you want this shorter sleeve, you can do a shorter sleeve. Remember to measure from this border to this one where you're working. That will be for the shoulder, you know, for the sleeve, this part. So depend on the width that you give to this part is the length of your sleeve. For mine, I still have a way to go because I wanted 46 centimeters. Here I have 47 centimeters, 1 centimeter more. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 rows. And I finished in this row. And this is the leftover that I have of my first ball of yarn. I think I'm gonna use 3 for this design. So, and here I have 19 of these little space. I'm gonna work 9 space for the front. I'm gonna keep 1 and I will work the other 9 after for the back. So you will have 9 and 9 and the center one open. So 9 and 9 is 18 plus the one in the center, 19. So I'm gonna work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 until here, until this double crochet. Exactly the same. I will do the empty square like this, and here I will turn my work around, and here I will finish here with the double crochet, and then I will chain 5 and turn my work around doing this row back and forth for 36 centimeters from this open space. Once I finish that, I will work on the other side, and then I will meet you here to show you how to continue. I measured this when I was working, and I did only 29 centimeters because I don't want this to open that fall off my shoulder. Because since we leave this gap in here, you know, that give you that extra open space for the head. It's not like it's like this, that you have to then give more length. So what I did was 29 centimeters. Remember, you always have to measure because not all the bodies are the same size, so let's give or take. And I did, this was the row that I turned my work around, and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 rows. Now I'm gonna work my other side. I'm gonna do my slip knot. I'm gonna skip this space, and that was the 19. Now I'm gonna come here to this double crochet, pass the hook, pass the loop through, and chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yarn over, double crochet. You only have to continue the way you were working. You see, I was working this way, I turn my work around, now I have to continue this way. That way all these stay exactly the same, otherwise there will be some in the wrong side facing. Okay, so I'm gonna continue doing this until I get to the other side. I finished the same length, and I still have attached this in here. I'm gonna undo the slip stitch that I have there, and I hope I have enough tail to do the 5 chain that I need here in between. I didn't realize that when I cut the yarn, but I think I will have enough. And I'm sorry that I forgot to mention that you have to leave that tail a little bit longer. If you don't, you will attach here a piece of yarn and chain 5. Okay, but I do have enough here to do this, so I'm gonna do this slip stitch, and now I'll come here and I'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me lose the first one. I think I did a little bit too tight. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and yes, I have enough. I'm gonna count here in the third chain. I'm gonna do a slip stitch. I'm gonna do this the way. Let me see which one will be the right side. That will be the right side. Yeah. I'm gonna do a slip stitch here, and I will lose that tail. There. So now you'll continue working from this side. You'll chain 5 and start doing the stitches, and here in the center you're gonna do the stitch exactly the same as you did this one. You see, it'll be just perfect. And then you will work until you have the same length that you did for this side. Either you're measuring or counting. I recommend to count the row. It will be easier because you will have the same amount of rows on each side. So once I get to the other side that I'm done, I will meet you here. Something else that I wanted to mention is I don't think that with this one I will be able to finish the other side. That probably I will need a third one to do the other piece like this. Okay, so I will let you know if I need a third one. I finished this side and I finished exactly the same. I start with a little empty square like that. It is the beginning of the piece. So now I'm gonna chain one and I'm gonna cut the yarn, leaving a tail long enough to sew that side of the sleeve. And then I will grab another strand of yarn and then I will sew the other side, leaving the torso part open for the body. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Now the amount you're gonna sew in here and the other side is up to you, depend on the size of your body. I don't can tell you do so many centimeters and maybe for you it's too big or too small. So you have to do it trying on yourself. So for mine, what I did, I put a marker here. I don't measure or anything, and one in the other side. So the only thing that I did, I counted from this one. That is the opening for the head. I got myself by that. I counted 7, and then I put it here, 7 of these. And I put it here, and then the same on the other side. That is just to guide myself. Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start sewing, and I'm gonna stop here. I don't gonna tie or do a knot or lose the tail or secure my yarn or anything. I'm gonna leave it in there, loose. I'm gonna come here to the other side and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna grab a strand of yarn and I'm gonna start sewing until I get to this marker, and I'm gonna leave loose there. I'm gonna try it on. If I need to sew some more, and then I can continue sewing a couple more. If I need to undo a couple, I can undo a couple because my yarn is not secure or anything. They're nice and loose. So that is what I recommend for you to do. Also, you can pick which side you want for the right or wrong side. That's up to you. This is the right side of the double crochet where I did the groups of 3. But I like the way it look in the wrong side because they look a little bit poofy. Like almost like 3D, like popcorn stitch. So that's the side that I want for the right side. If you don't gonna put a homemade tag or anything, you can leave it like that, and you can be any side can be the right side for you. But for me, I'm gonna put the handmade tag, so I had to pick a right side. So I picked this one that look a little bit like 3D, like bumpy. So I'm gonna start sewing the sleeve together. So I had to close the one that I marked, that was in this one, and the next one, these two, because it was too open for me, and it was too open around the neck, almost off the shoulder. And then I did a little trick to close a little bit that. So you don't want to believe I tell you that I did that row and this one in just those two, like this. So here's the telltale. These are the tails. And here. One is the one that was left over from before, and the two from now. I'm going to show you how you're going to do that. So if you find that it's too open around the neck, after you finish, you can do this trick. But if you find that it's fine for you, you can leave it like that. I don't like it to be too open around my neck. I like to be nice, you know, around my shoulder, covering my shoulders. So what I did in here, I'm going to show you in this side, because I had to do in here, close these two and this one. Do 2 stitches in here. Okay, to finish in this one. This is gonna be a little tricky, especially in the other side, because this one is easy because the stitches are going that way. So it's very easy to do this one. But in this one, if I do it the same way that I'm gonna do the other one, this gonna be facing the wrong way. So I had to do a little bit of wiggling around, a little trick there too. So for this one, what I did a slip knot. I came here and I did my 5 chains. I slipped in that post or in that stitch there, 3 slip stitch to go 1 up, and then I chained 2 in the center. I did the 3 double crochet without finish. I closed them, but I did 2 slip stitch, 2 chain, and then a slip stitch in here. Cut the yarn, and here is that. So I'm gonna undo just that row, that way you guys can see a little bit better what I did. You see? So I start here. You see I still have the tail here from the slip knot. I put it there, I chain 5. I slip stitch around this post to go up, and you only have to do this if you have this, you know, to fix the around the neck that is too open. For me it's too open. I don't like it coming off my shoulder. I like it a bit more secure, that I don't have to be pulling, you know, like lift, you know, like all the time around my shoulder. So I slip stitch until here. I chain 2, 1 and 2. I turn my work, and remember these stitches is from the inside of the piece out. This one is very easy to do, and it will be exactly the same as the other one, yarn over, and you go to the center of those 5 and you're going to do 1 double crochet that you don't want to finish. Do the next one, do the third one, you're going to close, chain 2, and go straight into here and do your slip stitch, put it into the inside, and then you lose that tail, and voila, you close 2 stitches there around your shoulder. You do this square and this one. Now for the other side it's a little tricky because the stitch had to go that way, and if I do it exactly the same, that one will be facing the wrong way. So what I'm gonna do, that I already did in Spanish and I know gonna work, but I hope you guys can see well enough. So I'm gonna do my slip knot, and I'm gonna come here. You see, you have to create 1 empty space, and then you have to work in this one. We're gonna start in here. So you're gonna come in this one, and you're gonna pass the slips. Slip knot, and you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you're going to come here to this one and here, and you're going to do a slip stitch, and this time you have to work on the inside, and the strand will be in the other side, but you have to bring it in here, okay? Because you have to bring this like this, and you see this is the inside of the piece. You see, you're gonna have a big square like that. You had to slip around this post until here, so you have to bring the yarn like this through the top in order to do this. This is the only way. And you're gonna come here and you're gonna do one, I have to open the stitch there, 2 and 3. Now you're gonna chain 2. You're gonna turn your work in here. Remember, we are working in the inside. Let me bring a little bit more inside out. That way you guys can see a little bit better. You see, you're gonna have this square, and then you'll be straight from here. Now you're gonna do a yarn over, and you're gonna count 1, 2, and then the third one right in the center. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3 double crochet. You're gonna close those 3 double crochet. You're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna come here. You have to open this like this to make sure you do it in the right place. You see, and here, there, you're gonna do a slip stitch. You're gonna chain 1, cut the yarn, leave the tail to loose, and let's see if it works this time too. And yes, it did. Look, perfect. It's facing the same way as the rest, and you have that empty square and this one. So what I did was I started from here, I chained 5, I came up, I chained 2 backwards, but through the inside I did this, and then I came back, and it's perfect. So now what I have to do is loose all the tail, place the homemade tag, and I'm done. Mis corazones, if I don't tell you and I show you that I did that there, you can't believe how perfect it looked. It looked like I never did that after. Like it's done at the same time. Look, it's perfect. That's a perfect fix for this stitch. So in another video, the next one, I'm gonna show you if you want to do this longer, how you can add for length after you've done this. This now is very in fashion, this type of blouse, just like this, for a top of a spaghetti strap or a dress. You put this and it look amazing. And if you want to leave the sleeve like that, look at those tails, you can leave it like that. But if you want to do, you know, like gather your sleeve like that, you can do that with an I-cord that you can do. And to do that, if you want to, what you do, for example, you're gonna do a slip knot, This is optional, I'm just showing you. You're gonna do a chain long enough to go around and do a nice big bow. If you like, you can leave it just as a chain, but I find that a chain don't have a nice finish to it. It's just a plain old chain. I like to do an I-cord, and then when you have the length, you go to the second chain from the hook, and you start doing slip stitch, leaving one strand in the bottom and putting two on the top. You see, two strands in the top and one in the lower part, and you start doing slip stitch all the way until the end. And this will give you a really nice round I-cord. Now probably that's what I'm gonna do for the sleeve, do the I-cord for both of the sleeve, and I will put them on. You see, it will give you a nice round I-cord. I better finish than just a plain old chain. So this is what I have left over of my third ball of yarn. Remember, these ones are 300 meters, and this is the leftover. And what I'm gonna do with these in the next video, I'm gonna show you if you want to add a little bit of length for this because you don't like it just like this. You can do that as well, or you can leave it like this, or you can do both. You can do one like this and one a little bit longer, and with the little gather here around the cuff. They look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna put this on the mannequin and I will show you the end result. This is the end result, and I absolutely love this design. It looks amazing. I love the length, the sleeve, they're perfect. So I don't did the I-cord to gather this here because I like it like that, and open and loose. The same, look, the sleeve and design. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the sleeves are long. And if I show you here in the shoulder, here was the last stitch that I did, and the same in the other side. You see these two, and these two are the one that I increased, and that's why it look much better. And you can tell that that was done later, after the top was done. So it look amazing and very easy to do, and I hope you guys like it, and give it a try and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful design and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups. That way you help me grow here in YouTube. Something else that I wanted to mention is, if you don't want that length, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to give it a little bit extra length, just in case you want a little bit longer. So that will be in my next tutorial. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.